G'day yoga lovers, it's Mike. Thank you for coming to my first ever morning class. I'm quite excited. This is the second time I've filmed this because the first time I actually didn't press the record button. So anyway, so here we are. These classes, all the classes are free. They go for half an hour, but if you want to donate through PayPal, there's a link below the video in the description. Even $1 helps, guys, but again, we try to keep these free so that you guys can keep moving even when you can't make the studio. So it's really important that you understand that yoga is designed to be challenging. So discomfort is normal, and that's usually slow to rise, slow to fade, but pain we don't want. So if you feel any sharpness or a quick sensation, that's usually pain and you need to stop straight away. Of course, all our videos, you need to make sure that you talk to your doctor if you're not sure about what's going on. This class is very similar to what we teach in our studio. The white panels behind me are usually heated, but of course you're not going to have that sensation. I've airconned myself today. So just keep up. We're going to do breath flow, we're going to do just a few classic yoga poses, and then savasana. I'm finding that a little bit of movement every day is just as beneficial as 1 or 2 yoga classes in a studio a week. So a yoga studio should be a complement but not a replacement for your home practice. So I want to keep these guys going. So what we do is we always start with a guided relaxation. So you want to lie your back with your knees bent, your hips are in flexion. You want to bring your heels wider than the little toes so that the knees gently press into each other. Close your eyes, slide the chin towards the chest. You can lift your head to do that, re-imprint. So we've got a full spinal support here. When the hips are in flexion, it actually imprints the lower back. If it doesn't reach, that's no big deal. We'll clear the throat through the nose. And then the part of the throat we cleared, we restrict to form our Ujjayi breath. So we're breathing deep into our belly through the restriction in the base of the throat and then exhaling out. So it's a creamy, smooth ribbon, even, smooth breath. Keep breathing. I call this the happy Darth Vader breath. Now the magic of this breath, this Ujjayi breath, is it tickles the nerves in the sinus palate, which then triggers a parasympathetic nervous response. The parasympathetic nervous system relaxes the body, the mind and the muscles. This is what we want. It feels great. Keep breathing, guys. See if you can take in a bit more breath. It's restricting the base of the throat so that the breath becomes even longer and finer. On the inhale, stretch the belly, which stretches the vagus nerve, the biggest relaxation nerve in the body. And then just softening the breath a little, just breathing a little bit more normally. We'll do a body scan. So just bring your awareness with your mind's eye to the big toes of both feet. And then drawing a line from the big toes of both feet through the arches to the heels. And then the outer edges of the feet to the little toes. And the rest of the toes. And then tops of feet. Feel the pulse in the veins, tops of feet. And then ankles. And then spiraling up, shins and calves. Appreciating every bit of our body, guys. Fully inhabiting our body with our mind's eye. Feel the calves soften and melt away from the bone, and knees. And then spiraling down thighs and hamstrings. And then hips, lower back and buttocks heavy on the mat. Lower back imprints, belly softens and sinks. And then middle back imprints and diaphragm lifts. And then upper back imprints. And the shoulder blades are wide, the arms heavy, the neck is long, the jaw is soft. Tongue rests on the roof of the mouth. Eyes fall into sockets, away from the eyelids, brow bone soft. Everything soft. And then feeling the pulse in the body. Getting fascinated with your pulse and the breath. Good job, guys. Now, if you want, you can stay breathing in Ujjayi, or you can join me for Bhastrika. We'll do 2 rounds. This is a very different breath. So Ujjayi is cooling and calming, but Bhastrika is very energizing and heating. So we do a clearance sniff through the nose, and then we'll sniff very quickly through the nose. We want to take notice of the breath in the nose so that the diaphragm can take over. Okay, so go for it, guys. So this is a continual circular breath. Keep breathing, keep breathing. It's a continual circular breath, and we know that we've got it when our body traction's lengthways from top to tail. Take a big deep breath in, into the belly. Hold, only if it feels safe. Relax the chest, relax the shoulders, keep the hold. We want to contain all those fresh atoms we've drawn in through our breath. Keep holding. And then exhale out. Watch how the whole body releases on the exhale. And then again. Big deep breath in. Hold. Exhale out. Back to Ujjayi. Feeling a little bit more relaxed but energized. Good job, guys. Stretch your arms over, head, roll facing the screen onto your hands and knees. This is breath flow. I really like this. Excuse my underwear. So breath flow is a full body contraction instead of a stretch. So what we want to do is spread our fingers super wide, the longest fingers face forward, walk the knees away from the hands and wrists, and come into a knee-based plank. Tuck your tailbone, drive the tops of the feet into the mat, and then exhale, lengthen through the armpits. Okay? Inhale, round your back, it's a knee-based plank, and then exhale. So what we're doing here is rinsing out the nervous system. We're oxygenating the body, oiling up the joints, and we're flushing our lymphatics, which doesn't have its own pump. Keep going, guys. Try to roll two separate movements into one continuous circular movement. Good job, guys. So we're really warming up the body, oiling up those joints. This reduces injury. Keep going. Alright, guys. Now you can continue with breath flow. You can join me for 2 rounds of plyometrics. So what we do is we come into downward dog. I'll show you sideways first and then I'll face you. We jump the right foot to right wrist, swap left foot to left wrist. So these jumps we only do very briefly. And what we want to do is look at our feet, not at our hands. We want to take the crease out of the back of the neck. 5. Change. I've lost my shirt. Oh my god. Hazards of the job, guys. And just have a break. You'll feel your heart rate, breath rate increase. And then come into downward dog. So it doesn't take much. 5. Change. Drop into your hands and knees. We want our knees and hands to be mat or towel width apart. Circles. So the hips are doing the work here. And we can imagine rotating the head of the femur inside the hip joint. Other direction. And then child's pose, your version, guys. Take a few big deep breaths in just to pacify the heart rate. We could have a little more energy now. And I didn't realise I was just caressing my own head. You can do that too. This is what I do for Maddie, my puppy. It's quite lovely. And then come all the way up. I'm in a really strange mood today. Alright guys, so if you can't sit on your heels, sit on your butt, you can do these just by sitting on your butt. So we'll inhale, arms overhead. Drive down on the opposite heel and front of foot, and the lower arm pulls the top arm over. Change. Change. We'll do it again. So the lower arm pulls the upper. Bottom, shoulder forward, the top, the shoulder back. And then change. And then change. Good job, guys. We'll do a classic Bikram pose. This is a bit challenging, see how you go. But the trick with this is, there's actually a lot of hamstring and glute work here. The trick is to keep the upper arms behind the ears. And here's the trick, as we go forward, the forehead has to touch the mat first. The butt will leave the heels, and then the hands plant on. And then to come out, the hands come off, then the forehead. Face planting is normal when you're new to this. So forward fold, see how you go. And then the hands come off, then the forehead. We'll do one more. It's a bit mean. And then forward fold. And then change. Well done, guys. We'll come into downward dog. You can walk the dog just a little. And then bend your knees and slowly walk your feet towards the hands. And then heels together, toes together. Wrap your forearms behind the calves and lift. You don't need a dead straight leg here. and then change. All right, let's go into vinyasa. So this is Flying Dragon. There's a video of me doing this in Santorini on this same yoga channel. You'll see the blue. It's a horrible view, but it'll help you learn how to do this. It's only 6 moves, so we'll do this together. You're going to stand at the front of the mat facing me. Hands in prayer. I'm just going to show you the side view. So 1 of 6 is balancing stick. We step back, pull the bow. Then we lunge, drop to that back knee, and the hand goes high. 3 of 6, halfway. 1-legged downward dog. We do this twice. 4 of 6, pigeon. 5 of 6, 1-legged downward dog. Step to the front foot, and then balancing stick. 1 of 6. Step back, pull the bow. Lunge. One-legged downward dog. Pigeon. One-legged downward dog. Step to the front and then fly straight into balancing stick. Step back, pull the bow, lunge, hand high. So the hand closest to the feet always do the work. Pigeon. Last go. Whoa, got the wobbles there. Hand high. And the foot closest to the hand does the work. If you lose your way, guys, just keep moving and make shit up. And then fly. And then standing in front of the mat. Whoa. Have a water break, guys. So from here, we'll go into standing bow. Classic yoga pose. This is features in most of our yoga classes. Hands in prayer, tuck your tailbone, Tadasana on the feet, so spread your toes wide. Every time the hands are on the mat, the fingers are wide. Every time the toes are on the mat, the toes are wide. And then left hand high, right hand low. And then bend the right knee and grab the big toe side, the inner side. We don't want to grab the outside, it's inside. Bend the standing leg and kick the thigh behind the hip. Try not to look down, look forward. We'll work on our drishti, another class. But you want to reach forward and kick. Keep kicking. Keep kicking. Keep kicking. It's good to fall. And then change. Well done, guys. Hands in prayer. My first recording of this was a mess. Not that that matters. Bend the opposite leg. Bend the standing leg, and as you re-straighten, kick the thigh behind the hip. And then keep kicking, reach forward, keep kicking. So 80% of the pose is behind you. Change. Well done. Let's do vinyasa. Hands in prayer. Balancing stick. We just do one round. One leg downward dog. Pigeon. One leg downward dog. Step the foot to the front. Fly. Keep the legs apart. Straight into balancing stick. Step back. Pull the bow. Okay. We're at the front of the mat. Have a water break, guys. Just shake your legs out. Wow. Teaching and talking. It's been 2 weeks, so I need to catch up. Thanks for your patience, guys. We've got a Trikonasana. This is a classic sequence. Hands in prayer, Tadasana in the feet. Take a big step back and then arms parallel. We're going to reach towards that front leg. And that front hand goes 6 o'clock, top hand 12 o'clock. You want to keep a slight bend in that front leg. Change, come all the way up, jump that back foot a little closer so you can square your hips to the screen. I'll show you forwards. And we're going to go in the flat back. So we're not rounding the back here. And then change, come all the way up. Keep that back arm on the same side as the front leg, right behind you. I don't know if you can see my fingers here. And then the opposite hand on the outside of the opposite shin, twist. And if both shoulders are stacked, you can extend that top arm. Change. We'll go for a lunge now. I'll show you sideways. This is super cool. So you might want to take that back foot right back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Bend that front left leg. And then lunge forward for the crown of the head going towards the mat. I'm about to lose my glasses. So stay down, guys. Change, come all the way up. Good job, guys. So, standing at the front of the mat, take a big step back with the opposite leg. My glasses are fine, arms parallel. We never want to lock into joints, guys. Change. Jump that back foot a little closer, grabbing the opposite wrist, and then flat back, lead the heart forward fold. And then change. Now bring that forearm right behind and then twist. We don't want to lock in that front leg. And then if both shoulders are stacked, you can extend. The work is to get the shoulders stacked. And then change. And then I'm going to forward fold, stay facing me, and then lunge. And then change. Well done, I'll show you. Oh, I've disappeared, my head's been cut off. So I'll come over here, vinyasa. Step back, pull the bow. It's so weird that none of you are here to yell at. Usually my students like making fun of me about now. Normally I'm sipping a coffee while they're doing this. This is just payback, karma. And then fly. Well done, guys. And then just have a water break. Wow. Cool. Guys, we'll finish with a stretch. This is my first class. So thank you for being patient with me. I'm trying to figure out the nuances, but I'm actually really enjoying this. This is heaps of fun. So we'll finish with downward dog and then a hip stretch pigeon with a variation. I'll show you sideways what it looks like. So we come into downward dog, walking the dog. We'll kick a heel high and then bend that knee and bring it to the outside of the wrist. Now the back foot you can lift up high and bring it to the back opposite corner of the mat and then roll that thigh under, which will give a bit more of a stretch on that front hip. Slide that back leg back. Bring the hand of the bent leg in front of you. reach back if you can and grab your foot. It doesn't matter if you can't. If you can go for the bind, you can bring your heel to butt and then go for the bind. This is mermaid. Never seen a mermaid do this. Never seen a mermaid. And then change. Forward, forward. Just write in the comments if you've seen a mermaid, guys.
And then forward, forward. Beautiful. I like to sway my hips side to side.
Good job. Tuck your toes. Beautiful. We'll do the other side. I'm going to show you what it looks like from the front. Knee outside, front wrist. We're doing the opposite side. Lift the back foot, bring it across to the opposite end of the mat. Good job, guys. Bring the hand of the bent front leg in front of you. Reach back, grab that foot, go for the bind. I just lost the grip on my foot. Beautiful. And then change.
Forward, forward.
And come all the way up, guys. You did great. Alright, guys. Beautiful. Drop to your knees. And we'll go into Savasana. So lying on your back. We want our knees bent, heels out wide so the knees touch without any effort from the adductors. And grabbing the back of your head, sliding the chin towards the chest. It's not a good look. And then the back of the hands on the mat, palms face the ceiling, surrender. Wow, well done, guys. Our first online class. Half an hour is heaps. A little movement every day is important. I've said in the past that a daily yoga practice is the most important. A studio practice is a complement, but a daily bit of movement is where the therapy lies. Yoga is hard so that life becomes easy, and it's all about the nervous system. We bend our bodies and move them and squeeze them and bend them and shake them, which all seems really weird. But we take our body in yoga beyond its normal range of movement. And that's really important because that's how we challenge the nervous system, and then that's how the nervous system becomes strong, so that we become strong. So the way we know that we're strengthening our nervous system, which takes many weeks, many months, is that we become more adaptable, more flexible, more creative, empathic. We're more resilient, and we get in tune with our invincibility and our worthiness. That's what yoga does. That's why we're here. There's a lot going on right now, guys. There always has been. Yoga's here to support you. I'm here to support you. So with your mind's eye, snorkel inside your body and get fascinated with your pulse, your breath, the ease, the space, the lightness that even this short practice has given us. And I'll pull you out in a few moments. Enjoy.